What's up, guys? AW here, Air War Order. Saturday afternoon. Yes, if you know, my thumbnail says Peacemaker Episode 4 Spoiler Review. Daddy issues. Yes, daddy issues. Uh, Before we get into this spoiler review, I want to let you guys know something. Monday and Tuesday. If I do a show Tuesday, it's gonna be earlier than expected. Monday, I might do a 4 o'clock show, but Tuesday, I might do an earlier show than expected because if you know, I'm a sports fan. If you know me, I'm a huge baseball fan. And the Hall of Fame announcement at 4 o'clock, so I might start a show at 2:30, and end it around 3:30, maybe, or 3:30 or 4, so I can watch the Hall of Fame announcement. Hello, Nate. But yeah, I haven't any planned shows yet. That's coming in. I'm looking into that. Okay, but expect it earlier show Tuesday. I'm good, Nate. Thank you for coming in. Also, I want this episode to be. I don't want this episode to go 2 hours because the football game, Packers and the 49ers start in about an hour. 4:30. That's when they start kicking off. The pregame's already basically starting, but when they start the actual game is at 4:30 Eastern time, and that's what I want to watch. So I'm gonna try to keep it short. I will invite people on, but I'm gonna make this rule. If you haven't seen the episode, I might look like an asshole, a jerk. But if you haven't seen the episode, please do not come on the StreamYard link. Do not, do not. I put the link in the chat. Do not enter the panel if you have not seen the episode. Okay, you can stay in the chat. Only come on if you've seen the episode. And I'm gonna make that rule right here. I'm gonna do that for every show. Okay? So what I'm gonna do is put my fucking headset in. Headset in here. It's nothing personal. Where's the other half? Okay, where's the... I'll be right back. Okay, what happened to the other half of the... Yeah, I'll enjoy my avatar. Here we go. Here we go. Sorry about that. I got what I needed. Okay. Okay, everything looks good. No, not yet. Okay, now it looks good. So, here we go. Invitations will be sent out. So once again, if you have not seen the episode, the rule is do not come into the panel, okay? Pin message. See the episode first, okay? There we go. Let me get rid of this. Let me show my face now. I pinned the message, right? Yes, I did. I pinned it. Now let's get into this episode, guys. Anybody's like, if you've seen an episode, come on in the panel. If you haven't, you can listen to it in chat. I'm really hoping my friend Blind Braille comes on because I have something to say to him. Where I think he's kind of right about his theory. So I hope he does come on. So let's get into it, guys. Peacemaker, episode 4. This is on the heels of episode 3. In this episode, we see the team yes. The team with Peacemaker and rest of the part of the Argus, Hardcore, and the other guys. Manuel's daughter. Let me get their names. Bayou is our name. Bayou, right? Yeah. So yes. So let me just get their names for you guys. So yes, Lido Bayou, Clemson, Mern, John, and of course Amelia Hardcourt, or yeah, Hardcourt. So that's a team. So we see them back in the base of operations. Discussing what happened at the governor's manor with the butterfly project. Because as you remember, the end of the episode, the butterfly burst out of the governor's face, the dead governor's face. If you remember that. And he told everybody what's going on. He needed the Mur wanted to see him in public. I mean private. I'm just reading something right now. Sorry. So you private, and then Peacemaker wanted to see his father, but then they kind of told the truth about his father, how they kind of set him up, they framed up his father, because of the incident in the first episode, in the second episode with the butterfly, the woman that Chris was staying with. In the first episode, second episode, and they had to, make sure the police don't go after Chris. So they kind of framed his father. His father's in prison. or in a small prison in a small town that they are in. Um, Vigilante decides to drive him home to Chris's father's house. And Vigilante seems upset. It was starting to talk to Chris. Chris, who's Peacemaker, is like, he's basically saying he didn't mind. He thought Peacemaker was doing it for a good, from the torturing stuff. He's like he didn't mind. He was like giving the false impression that he was okay with it. But in his tone, you could tell that he was not okay with it. And Vigilant and Peacemaker bought that. He's like, no, it's like, no, yeah, I think you're mad. I think you're angry. Like that. We're angry. And then he stopped in front of Chris's father's house. The American flag's upside down. That's what that means. And Vigilante basically says, "Yeah, your father's a racist." And Chris kind of refused it, kind of ignored it, refused it. That my father's not a racist. How can you say that? But I think I think he knows. Um, Chris, Chris, goes to the father's house. He knocks on the door. No, there's nobody there. He's been arrested. That's where he finds out he's been arrested and put in prison. Really. And then he manages to lockpick through into the door, looking for his father. And the TV was on. And the TV was like reporting about a gorilla escaping from the zoo, or something like that. And that could be hinting at possible gorilla grodd or humanite or ultra humanite. I think it was more hinting at Grodd. I think more hinting at Gorilla Grodd. That's how I interpreted that little Easter egg on the TV. But it could be somebody else. I don't know. And then Chris, you know, goes to the secret room with all the gear that his father's been hiding, the Peacemaker gear and stuff like that, the helmets and all the weapons and all that stuff. And then there's the White Dragon costume, and Vigilante pops in as Adrian Chase. He's not in his costume. He takes off his costume. He's not in his costume. Adrian Chase. And Adrian's one. Adrian is the White Dragon costume. No, the racist. Yeah, his father. Yes, his father, Peacemaker's father, was the White Dragon, a racist piece of shit, human being, a Nazi, basically. And still, Chris refused to believe it. Chris wanted to see his father, in prison. Back at the base, they told Adebayo to go to where where Chris's father is locked up, and try to convince him, not Chris or Peacemaker, not to tell his father about the truth, how he's set up. Uh, and they meet up. She confronted Peacemaker Chris at with Chris in front of the little office, a little police precinct with has a kind of a small, I don't know, a small prison. And Abayu confronts Chris and says, and Abayu tries to convince Chris not to see him as father. She basically says, like she understands, like she's the one that sympathizes with Chris, but she basically said his father's not a racist, that his father's racist, and that his father looks down at people of her like her because she's black, Abayu's black, and Chris still like refused to believe it. Goes into the prison while his father is playing cards. He gets called. He has a visitor, and Robert Patrick, the father of a Peacemaker. They talk, and Chris tells his father that he had nothing to do with this. His father basically like, how can I say this? Made Chris feel more like shit, that basically said he wished he wasn't born, that he's a failure, that that he should never kind of like that. He basically said he doesn't love him. He doesn't love Peacemaker. And Peacemaker Chris always wanted to get his father's love. And he mentions his brother. Yes, Peacemaker has a brother, and he says that he always loved his brother, and he's like, "God, take me away." And this really bothered Chris. And he kind of, yeah, my father's not a good guy, he's a racist. Like, he always suspected it, but he just refused to believe it because he wants his father's love. Comes out, and while there was going on in while he was going on in the prison talking to his father, Bio was like, sees Adrian Trace, is like, "Yeah, you're vigilante," and he's like, "No, I'm not." Because nobody's seen Vigilante before. He's like, "No, I'm not." And it's obvious that Adrian Chase is Vigilante, right? Freddie Stommer, I think it's his name, the actor. And he's like, "You know what?" She was like, "There must be a way to get rid of Chris's father. That Chris should be better off with his father in his life. That his father's ruining his life." And Adrian Chase is like taking it as a hint that he must kill his father for the benefit of Chris. And she didn't say directly that to kill Chris, his father, but she implied it, and that's how Adrian Chase took it as. We also got Judo Master, um, John, or Economist John, managed to strap Judo Master to like a couch, but Judo Master woke up and managed to escape. And this is when Chris came back to the base, to the base where Argus is. Comes back. And Drew Master escapes. And then they go in the parking lot where Drew Master sneak attacks Chris. He was fighting with Chris. They don't like each other. Drew Master's small, obviously. But Adebayo managed to shoot Judo Master in the chest. You would think he was dead. She thought he was dead, but he was alive, barely. They get him back in, and Adebayo was like having a tough time dealing with it because she never shot or killed anybody. And Hardcore is the Hardcore Amelia. Is it Amelia? Amelia Hardcore was like the one. Like Amelia Hardcore is known to be hard, like the on the inside, and the inside she's known to be like hard to deal with, right? Like hard like she doesn't like to open up, but she opened up kind of bit from her experience with about with experience dealing with how she the first person she killed or whatever that about to make it easier for her about that it gets better. Yes, but he's still alive because they need him alive for answers. And before he said, "It's like you don't get the butterflies are not what you think they are." And Chris didn't know what that meant, right? Obviously, he didn't know what that meant. Oh man, this might be a short video because I wanted some people's expertise on this. Um, what's pretty funny was that scene in Chris's father's neighbor. I'll get back to that neighbor was chastising Chris for thinking that Chris is for saying that Chris believes that he's a superhero. And he's comparing to Batman. Batman has villains like the Riddler, Joker, Mad Hatter, and he doesn't kill. And Chris is like, Chris basically, basically a lot of people say this, where a lot of people say what Chris has just said. It's like, well, he doesn't kill me, go to prison to get out. More people do. What I do, I put him in the ground. Yeah, and the neighbor's like, Jesus, man, I was just trying to make conversation. And then you see Chase taking what Bayou said, like basically implied that how what basically they said kill his father. Chase goes in, where goes outside where the police are, on their break at the precinct. One had a newspaper, and there was an interesting Easter egg referring to a conduct, so Black Adam. He goes up to the garbage can, and because he wants to get into prison and get close to his father, because his father's racist, right? And they all looking at him suspiciously. He picks up the garbage can and throws it at the window, just to get arrested so he could go in. And get arrested so he could go in and confront his father. So once he's in, it's pretty funny. Chris's father was playing cards with, other white supremacists, Nazis. And he just, with no fear in the world, pulls up a chair and, yeah, and it starts talking to them about what good things that the African American community has done for the world and done for America. Take the walk and roll, stuff like that, and they're like, who the hell are you? How are you? And they try to attack him, but he usually takes him out, and he gets cheered on by the people because in the prison because nobody likes those. Obviously, nobody likes them. And Chris's father is like, guards, get me out of here! Like, get me the detective. Get me the detective. Unfortunately, that plan didn't really work because he got bailed out and he was free to go. He got bailed out. It was like by Argus and Amelia Hardcore. Oh, Amelia Hardcore. Oh my God, Amelia Hardcore. Yeah, I call her Hardcore. I don't know why. And you see Chris, Chris at home didn't kill the butterfly, but but has the butterfly like alien in a bottle and eagerly and there's flashbacks of his. You see flashbacks of his brother's Chris. There's a flashback where he was as a kid. His father kind of made him kill this man, stabbing over and over a tied up man. We don't know what this man is, but his father made him do it. And you can see that mostly that like really affected Chris. And losing his brother, he loved his brother. And his brother looked like he had a seizure. Maybe I don't know what, but his father did die. His brother did die, and it's quite obvious that his father loved his brother more than him because he said that at the prison when they met. And then while that was going on, you see you see him on the floor crying. I'll show you the avatar, brief avatar of him crying. This is where my avatar is. Excuse me. This is from episode 4. He's crying on the ground because he's, you know what? Because of his past, because his past, his father, his brother. He's all thinking that. Of course, he's crying. It's like you feel for the guy. This show wants to make you feel for the guy. It's a oh, sorry. I was just reading something. And then you see each the ending. They focus on each character: Chris, Amelia Hardcore, John, Abayu, and what's his name? Vigilante. What's his name? Oh yeah, Clemson mom. And the thing is, Clemson mom was watching TV, and something interesting, something suspicious. I'm like, oh my god, yeah, something's up with this guy because I was watching TV. There's something up with this guy. And then the twist. He's a butterfly. You see him you see the long tongue come out. He's a butterfly. The question is, was he always a butterfly, or did he become a butterfly at some point between episode 3 and 4? I don't know. Did Clemson mom become a butterfly? And this character, the character Clemson Mern, right? Is it Mern? Yeah, Mern. He's not a character in the comics at all. And yet, and the White Dragon was not like the thing was with the show is that Peacemaker's dad is not really in the comics. He's not alive, and White Dragon is not his father. But his father was still racist. Like, I really do hope people come on because And he turns out he's a butterfly. Now, episode 5 episode 3 was more of an action pack episode, right? This episode 4 was more of a story development kind of episode, especially for Chris, any other members of I guess Argus, whatever. You would think the show's mostly about Chris. Yeah, the Chris is the main character, but there's a lot of story development for the other characters, like by even Vigilante, Hardcourt. Not so much about John, but if you've been paying attention, we know Abayu is the daughter of Amanda Waller. They don't know that. You could tell the team does not know that. The team don't know that she's a daughter of Amanda Waller because they do mention because Amelia Harcourt does not trust Amanda Waller, and you can see on Abayu's face, like her face reacting to that because she's a daughter, obviously, and the question is, she trusts her mother. And yeah, it reflects on his traumatic childhood, Chris, death of his brother, having to kill Rick Flag. And what happens to what Chase tried to do with Chris's father only didn't really work. It only it backfired because his father, Chris's father, says wanted to testify against Smith, against his own son, before he's bailed out against Hardcore. Yeah, it's a pretty. This was Man, this is shorter than I expected because I expected people to come on. Um, this was a pretty good episode, more of a story development episode. There's some humor in this, but there's a lot of serious stuff in this. The backstory of Chris, his father. We're learning about his father, what a piece of shit of a father he is. His Chris's brother, and him traumatized by his father, growing up with his father, his brother dying at a young age, his father basically in prison, basically telling him he doesn't love him, and you can tell Chris. This whole show, you can tell Chris wants his father's love, and he refuses to believe the stuff about his father. And I think it will come to a point where Chris is gonna stop wanting his father's love and see what his father really is, and this is a growing and slash learning experience for Chris to change. This is about Chris becoming like more of a. He sees himself as a hero, right? But the rest of the world sees himself as a villain, as an assassin, anti. But this, I think, this is more of a. He changes his priorities a bit, his view on things, and he grows up. And you can tell that, with this episode. He's. I like this, but this is what I like about this. It's not all humor, not all humor. I like this. And then you got the other characters development. Um, what's her name? Amelia Hardcore. Her 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 arc. We got Manuel Star Bayou's arc. Um, John's arc, I don't think is much there. I guess what happens is one of the look. I guess Mern is a butterfly now. I'm spoiling this if you haven't seen it. Yeah, he's a butterfly. I don't know if he's a main. I don't know if he's really the main thing. And I kind of agree with now with my friend Blind Brill. I wish he was here, because of his interesting theories about the Reach and Blue Beetle. After reading what I read on today on the comic, about more about Peacemaker on Wikipedia, I'm beginning to believe his theory even more. Blind Brill's theory even more about Blue Beetle and the Reach, because Peacemaker was involved in that storyline in the comics. I'm beginning to believe it. I'm believing this is setting up the Reach for Blue Beetle. And maybe Peacemaker will be in Blue Beetle, but I think Blue Beetle will be toned up PG-13, so I don't know if Peacemaker would be in Blue Beetle. I don't know. Maybe it'll come on. You know, maybe. You know what? I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna suggest something. Maybe we'll make a video on this. A video. I'm going to talk to Blind Braille. Maybe we'll make a video on this. We can make it on StreamYard. I know he said on stream, but I want to talk to him about something. If he comes on, I'll discuss this. We'll make it a video, and if when he ever comes, we'll make a video and we'll upload it. Because I do believe his theory is heading towards that way. I think it's true. I think he's right. We'll see episode 5, guys. But I do believe he's right. But this is a good episode. Story development. I like that. We don't get that much from James Gunn, really. More action-packed comedy. There was some humor in this, obviously, but there's a lot of story development. It's the middle of a pack episode, right? 4 and 5 is an 8-episode season, so 4 and 5 should be like that middle pack episode lead up. They didn't really focus on the butterfly aspect, who they're going after on much of this episode. A little bit, and then the ending twist with Mern. I'm sorry for spoiling it. The guy's wedding operation. He turns out to be a butterfly. You know what? You know what? I'll say this. I would not be surprised if one of them was a butterfly. And Mern is not a comic book character. Never been created in the comic books. So him being perhaps a butterfly was probably the best choice. So I'm not surprised he ends up becoming a butterfly. Look, I don't know if he's leading the butterflies or he just somehow got possessed by one. I don't know if like with I don't know how possession works with the butterflies. Okay. Um, I don't know how possession works with butterflies. Are they ready? Are they? Maybe we'll get an explanation in the future of the show, how a possession by butterflies, or if they're really, or if are they really possessing, or are they able to create humans? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. It's something I've been thinking of, how possession works in Peacemaker. I was just reading something on Twitter, guys. I have something funny to show you guys. Let's see. This is I don't know. Just give me a minute. Adrian Chase. For Adrian Chase.
What do you think when the 15th round you're coming out? What do you think when the 15th round you're coming out?
Yeah. Yeah, Adrian Chase. Adrian Chase. You think Adrian dies in this show? Look. I think I wouldn't be shocked if Adrian Vigilante does die in this show. People are gonna go at me for that. I know they're gonna attack me for saying that. Hey, Blind Bill, I need you in here. I need your expertise in here, cause I'm done. I'm done explaining. I need your expertise. This I sent you a link, and the link is in the chat anyway. So coming in, I need you in here. And you got a new icon for YouTube, I see. Because I know you've seen the episode. Okay. And you know what? Let me close this mirror. Okay. I know it's really weird how my desk. I'm streaming right close to my mirror. You can see my arm right here. Maybe Mirror Master will come out. No. Blind Braille, I do believe your theory on the Reach and Blue Beetle is I'm leaning towards that theory right now. Because of what I just read on the internet about Peacemaker and the connections to Jamie Reyes' Blue Beetle and the Reach. I'm believing that. Oh, thank you. He's here.
What's
Hey,
up?
what's up?
What's up? Give me a second.
So, I was asking you, maybe not another stream, but maybe you could at some point maybe this week we could do a video on here explaining your theory about the Reach and the Blue Beetle, because I think you're 100% right that is leaning towards that possibility. Because what I read on Wikipedia about Peacemaker, he does have a connection to Blue Beetle and the Reach. So maybe sometime if you're up to it, we could do a video on it.
Sure. I don't have any classes on Tuesday, so that's usually
Okay, Tuesday's good.
better. Yeah. Sorry, hold on.
Okay. So yeah, I want to get your thoughts on the episode.
I liked the episode. I didn't what was it? Because it's been a while now. I just have like a short-term memory, but I was more interested in the twist because I didn't actually see what's his name being a butterfly. That was like, oh shit, I didn't see that coming.
Well, what I found out when I didn't see that coming until I found out the guy is a made-up character. He's not in the comics at all. I just found out on the Wikipedia. This guy, Mern, I think his name is Mern, right? That's his last name, Mern, I believe.
Mern, yeah.
That's his name. Yeah, Clemson Mern. He's not a comic book character at all. So when I saw the twist, I'm like, oh yeah, that's just shocking. And I read the Wikipedia just now. He's not a comic book character. I'm like, you know what? The twist is not shocking anymore. You know, kind of makes
Yeah,
sense.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he's like
I don't think a lot of people know that.
Fulton character.
Yeah.
No.
He's like a Rachel Dawes. Just created for the comic book. For the comic book of the show.
The show,
So
yeah.
I don't think a lot of people know that. A lot of people don't know he's not I think a lot of people assume he's a comic book character.
Yeah, because I mean there is a few characters that are in the comic on the Black Ops team, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think
Like
a lot of people
yeah,
know a lot about Peacemaker in general. I mean, he doesn't have, like DC hasn't really used him all that much ever since they bought
yeah,
uh Charlton's comic. Sorry, I'm kind of blanking out, but yeah,
yeah.
and
Same
that's
for me.
the connection that I was trying to make with the Blue Beetle is
I wonder
because
how. My
yeah,
question with him is: was he always a butterfly, or how did he become a butterfly? Because remember
yeah,
you and I, we thought he was. I think you thought I didn't think he was dead, but you thought he was dead, perhaps in episode 3,
hmm
right?
yeah.
And
Something
that's the thing
about
when
the explosion just made me
yeah,
think he died. Like I
okay,
don't know
yeah,
the way it was cut. Yeah,
yeah. Then I saw then and the Bayou went up to that body, went up to him and said, "Are you okay?" So I'm assuming she's not dead, but maybe something happened. I don't know, like between 3 and 4. I have no idea. Or was he already a
maybe he
butterfly from
was.
the start?
Maybe he
Yeah,
did die in episode 3, and the butterfly, I don't know, took over his body or something. I don't know. Because
yeah.
I
I mean
could have
that's
sworn that, like, what I remember, because I didn't go back and look, but I thought when he dropped on the ground, he was, like, bleeding. Like, he
yeah,
had, like, a massive head injury. So I'm like, oh shit, he's dead. Right. And then the way that they never cut back to him, right? It was like,
yeah. I
okay,
I
is he
thought he was
dead?
dead too because in the first 5 minutes of this episode they barely showed him.
Yeah, and he came out of nowhere. He came, if you
Yeah,
remember, the way
yeah.
he's like pulls up and he's the last one to come, right? So
Because he
that
wasn't
was kind
because
of
I he they didn't see him because he was in the truck heading back to the base of operations because I didn't see him in the truck
no, yeah,
that they used.
yeah, that was a little weird.
Yeah. That's yeah. I wonder if he was always. Yeah, I think he might have been possessed because the butterfly possession here is like that's the thing I'm questioning about the show. How they become possessed? Like, you know,
Yeah,
but
because
yeah. Overall, I
in the third episode we had that guy who his family was a butterfly, the politician, and when they killed him, the
yeah.
butterfly came out of his head.
Yes.
Yeah, so is it like something where they, body invasion, they come into your body or
Yeah.
something? Or were they always there? Like, were they kind of like fakes?
Were they created by like aliens and they
Because
just put a like or stuff like that? I don't know. Like as
this is kind of very
human
James
like
Gunn. James Gunn has
yeah.
done, Slither, right? So, and that was kind of a body invasion type of
I
movie.
I I thought this. I'll be honest. I thought this episode was a good story development episode for
Hmm
Peacemaker. I mean, the other characters had kind of story development, but I thought Peacemaker in his troubled life with his father, kind of refusing to believe his father's racist. Then he kind of, I think he knew, but his blind love for his father kind of blinded him from that fact. But he knew
hmm
because he always wanted his father's love, and everybody else knew about his father. That his father was a racist piece of shit, the Bright Dragon. Even Vigilante knew.
Yeah, that was a funny scene too
But
when he's in the jail.
yes, he just confronts the white supremacists, the Nazis.
Yeah.
He just like so let's talk about what the blacks did for cultural for society. They gave us Walker Whoa stuff like that.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean
Oh,
his
give me one
that
second.
that okay. That one scene, like where his father and Peacemaker were talking, his father, man, that was cruel. When his father's like basically said he didn't love him, and basically said he wished he wasn't born, and he loved his brother more. That was heartbreaking to hear from heartbreaking. But you know what? I mean, you felt for Chris there, felt for Chris there, for Peacemaker there, and I think what they're trying to show is trying to sympathize with Chris that his father. The reason Chris the way Chris is because of his father. How much of a piece of shit his father is of a human being.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm gonna switch my head sets to wireless because I'm kind of like cleaning up, and I'll talk while I clean up. So
Okay,
give me a
you
second.
managed to let you hear what I said, right?
Um, barely. Like once it got cut off, and then I just kind of got out.
Oh, I basically said I was talking about the scene where Chris meets his father at the little jail precinct, or whatever. Because it was a small prison, but it's a small town, so I guess it's like precinct slash small prison. Usually they don't. Usually prisons are not like are usually far out, but this is a little different because it's a small town. But when they had their when his father, man, that was like the coolest thing I ever heard a father would say. Like he didn't
Oh
love
yeah.
him, he wished he wasn't born, love his brother more.
It was that part
He,
was kind of interesting because at the end of the episode, um, and like I thought they were gonna build up that he killed his brother, but that doesn't seem like that actually happened though.
no, his brother, yeah, he overdosed. Look at his brother as Caesar, or no, look at it wasn't Caesar. Look, he overdosed from something.
Yeah, I couldn't tell what exactly was going on because it did look like he was having a seizure while they were like fighting
Yeah,
or play fighting or something. And so I don't know if
and
he blames himself for that or
I think his father. Yeah, it's possible. I think his father blames Chris for that. I think I think his father blames Chris for the death of his brother.
yeah, because it
I can see
is.
that being a possibility.
But then how come on his file it says that his brother died of mysterious circumstances?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's a part where
There's a
I'm like,
cover up there.
yeah, there's something going on.
Yes. I mean, then we find out. Then we know his like this whole episode is basically mostly about Chris's father, about being a white supremacist. You see,
Mhm.
vigilante like or Agent Chase basically in the car saying your father's a racist, an upside down flag, in the white dragon costume. In the secret lair, and then you
Yes, yeah,
have
all of that.
Bayou. Yeah, said about that about his that his father looks down at people like her. I just love it. Bayou just like convinces
Oh
Adrian's
yeah,
vigilante to kill his father.
yeah, because it was like it was almost like he didn't even realize he was being like manipulated.
No, no. He, yeah, because he's kind of easily manipulate, and it's like I remember they're like the busboy at the restaurant,
Yeah,
and that was
that
pretty
was
funny. How yeah. Did you see the? Oh, okay. Did you see the Easter eggs in this film in this episode?
uh not too much. Not too much. I didn't really get to
Did you
see
see the?
or even hear anyone talk about it.
Well, did you see when Chris goes in his father's house? He had a TV on about the gorilla escaping the
The
zoo.
gorilla. Yes, I was thinking about that because I was like,
Yeah.
what character is that? I was like thinking if there was there's like a Batman villain that's like a gorilla, and I was thinking was it him? Because I'm like, obviously it's not Gorilla Grodd, right? That's like too obvious. But I was thinking
Grodd,
there's
yeah.
there's yeah there's another gorilla character that exists. Um, and also too, I
Human
think it should
Knight?
be no. Say again.
I know it's also Human Knight, but I think Human Knight was a human at one point.
Well, I mean, this is like a very niche character that I was talking about, a Batman film.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and it's like very corny, and it was just a gorilla that he was fighting. Like, super hard. So I was thinking because they named the gorilla right, it was like Charlie, so it's like that sounds
Hmm.
familiar. But
Yes.
yeah, there's a lot
And
of that's another thing I wanted to note because in the first episode we actually seen on the TV of his dad was watching this kind of like Alex Jones parody, and they were talking about the alien
yeah.
invasion, which was obviously a hint at what the butterfly storyline. So it's kind of interesting to
Yeah.
see if that because there's another reference to it, I think, on the newspaper of the police officer before vigilante gets arrested. Like the cop has there's actually another. Now I remember. there is one Easter egg on there because
Yeah.
I see people talking about it of Black Adam, the
Yeah,
country,
conduct stuff. Yeah.
yeah, conduct, yeah, that
Yeah.
I did see, yeah,
Yeah. Yes, I saw that too. I mean, I saw it on the internet. I didn't think about. I didn't see this, like. I didn't pay attention to the show, but when I saw it on Twitter.
yeah, because when I saw it on Twitter, the way that it was like framed, I'm like, yeah, I would have never caught that. What I caught was the top line where it was talking about the gorilla, which was a second reference to this gorilla story, right? So and I was trying to like think what was that Batman character that was like a gorilla, because it was like such a corny character, and I'm like, I don't know if that character would appear as like some sort of joke, uh,
Oh yeah,
yeah. And
because
then there was
cause
also Judo Master. He was about to say
yeah,
something. I forget the line, or it's like the reach, not the reach. The butterflies are,
butterflies. It's not what you think they are.
yeah. So
Like what was
maybe
that? Like,
maybe I'm thinking it's there. There's going to be some subversion going on, like they're not actually there. They're not like bad guys per se. That's kind of
oh
like what
yeah,
I'm thinking. Yeah,
yeah. Perhaps. Yeah, it sounds like there's a twist there with
yeah,
the butterflies based on Judo Master. Because when I first I thought Judo Master didn't know. Now he knows. He knew because you could tell from the episode he knows. He knew there were butterflies. Because Judo Master is a good guy. Like Judo Master in the comics is not a
yeah.
villain. He's a hero.
He's
So there has to
another
be something there.
Charlton's
Yeah,
comic
yeah,
character.
yeah. So yeah, maybe the butterflies are not villains. Maybe they're actually good people, good guys, or whatever. Like
Mm,
good animal bugs. I mean, there's another twist there. Uh, we don't know, like, because we're in 4 episodes. But yeah, there's
yeah,
just a
we're like halfway through.
yeah. Now you can still tell that this team does not know about his Amanda Waller's daughter. They have
Yeah,
no clue. They
which
have no
is which
clue.
is I think
Men,
they're going to build up towards something that there's a reason why
yeah,
she knows more than she's laying out or giving out.
yeah. She's playing
But
dumb.
there was also a rumor I seen that they're going to potentially kill off that character, and then that's why Amanda Waller's going to show up.
Oh,
So
really? You're gonna
yeah,
kill off a Bob? Oh, really? I I won't be surprised if somebody does get killed off. I mean, most likely
someone's
nobody
definitely going
does.
to get
This
killed
is
off.
yes. Well, this could definitely be yes. Um, we don't know. We don't. We don't. I look. I have my dark hot take here. I think there's a chance Vision gets killed off. I don't know
Um,
how. I just see a chance Vigilante get killed off. Cause of James Gunn, you don't know who. James Gunn,
yeah,
anybody except Peacemaker,
obviously Peacemaker's going to be
right?
safe. Yeah,
Yeah. James Gunn has that. James Gunn, like, did anybody think Captain Boomerang was gonna get killed off in Suicide Squad? I didn't.
I
But
did
now,
just because of some of the leaks
oh okay,
that were beforehand. Like, yeah, because there was a leak saying that there was one team that was going to get killed off, and the rumor was it was the team that kind of looked like the Guardians, which was the team that we saw in the
oh,
beginning.
okay,
Yeah,
okay. Oh, you
and
knew, but if you didn't know, would you
that
think
was
Captain
out there for a
Boomerang?
long time.
Okay.
Yeah.
If there was no leaks about, did you think Captain Boomerang were one of the people that get killed off?
Um, I would say just because he was in the first one, probably not.
Yeah. Yes, but this is James Gunn. Like, James Gunn doesn't think like that. Like, you would think the main villains, like the top tier villains, you wouldn't get killed off. Like Harley Quinn, I guess Captain Boomerang up in that category. But
Mm.
Captain Boomerang did get killed off. Like that's James Gunn for you. He tends to do
Yeah, and he
things
killed
differently like
Rick
that.
Flag too.
Yeah, yeah. He does things differently. Differently. Um,
Yeah,
obviously the
that
reason
was
they
the
didn't kill
most
off Harley
shocking.
Quinn. They didn't kill off Harley Quinn because they still have plans for Harley Quinn. But I don't know where that timeline
Yeah.
is with Harley Quinn is. I don't know if Birds of Prey was after that or before that. I don't know. Might have been after that. I think Birds of
Um,
Prey timeline fits with the where Keaton Batman is
didn't
going
she
with
say that she
Flash.
broke out and then she came back? So like, I have a feeling that Birds of Prey is probably first, and then the Suicide Squad.
You think so? Possibly. Like I have no
Yeah.
idea because maybe like yeah, it's possible. Because she did say Batman was kind of retired in Birds of Prey, right? Like Batman was
I don't
retired in.
remember that line. I don't remember that.
No, not she did. I think Batman was retired in Birds of Prey. I believe. Like, she didn't say
Okay.
that, but like, I think so. Yeah, like I don't know what the timeline is there. Like, Birds. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to try to make it some sort of connection when we see the Flash and Batgirl because those two are going to be connected. Aquaman's going to be
Mm,
connected, obviously. Every movie going forward is going to be somewhere connected to the new timeline. Even Black
yeah.
Adam. Maybe this is ready. Maybe this Peacemaker is ready in the new timeline, but we don't know that yet. I don't know. Like it's
Mm,
possible. That's the thing. That's the thing with DC with Warner Brothers is like where the timeline is. Like Marvel does a good job of explaining like where the timeline is. For their stuff.
mm. Yeah, because I mean, most of their movies are in order. I mean,
Oh, I
besides like
can't hear
Black
you.
Widow. Oh, you can't hear me?
I don't know what happened there. I can't hear you. Maybe you're not muted. Maybe check your headset.
No. You can't hear me still? Yeah, I guess not.
Because I know you had to change your headset. I'll try. We'll be back. Don't worry. There we go. There we go. I heard you there. Okay, yeah, I heard you. So,
Can you hear
all
me?
right. Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah.
So what were you
Okay.
saying?
Yeah. I think it's because I was cleaning my earbuds. Yeah, I was
Okay.
cleaning my earbuds, and then it just connected, even though I'm on wired headphones right now. So
Okay.
that's why. But anyway, yeah. I completely forgot my train of thought.
Oh yeah. Okay. It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I love how he was talking to the neighbor about Batman, and
Mm.
this. So
Oh yeah,
we got
that was good.
confirmation. We got confirmation. The Batman, that Batman, and the Batman Marvel Batman does not kill.
Hmm.
Has been like does not kill.
Well, I don't think it was confirmation. It was a little confusing
Yeah,
because it's supposed to
because
be
I saw
Ben
that.
Affleck's Batman, but I don't know. Maybe people don't know. Maybe the public doesn't know. I don't know.
Ben Affleck's Batman is confusing in some ways. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people like him, but the way he is and the way he has been portrayed as someone's too optimistic, like he's like there's 1% chance. I'm like Batman doesn't think like that. Like, and bringing something back from the dead, Batman doesn't think like that. That's not Bruce Wayne.
Hmm.
Like Wonder Woman, and I think the people of Snyder Cut when they had that little when they were talking about bringing Superman back from the dead in the Whedon cut, there were some disagreements on it. I like that because bringing back something dead is not something that should be unanimously agreed upon. You know,
Hmm.
in the Snyder cut, they all agreed to it. Batman should be the one. Batman usually is the one would not bring back something from the dead. In any adaptation,
Yeah.
like seriously, and the 1% chance, and there's hope. I mean, Batman does not rely on hope. He does
No.
not rely
Yeah.
on hope.
He's kind of, I mean, he's not cynical, but he's more of a realist.
Yeah, and I thought both cuts. I thought Snyder made him. I thought both cuts in a way made him not a realist, and he's
Mm.
always been a realist. And he's the one. I just think. I know a lot of people love his Batman, but I think there's some things that are flawed about his Batman. And how they wrote him.
Hmm. Yeah, I
He's
do too. Yeah.
he's the kind of person that respects the dead. I mean, I'm sorry, but Steppenwolf, the fight Steppenwolf, I don't know if they needed Superman because I think Wonder Woman and Aquaman could handle Steppenwolf. I think Wonder Woman could have handled Steppenwolf by herself.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, the whole Snyder, you know, to BVS to Justice League is kind of confusing. Like, you didn't need to kill
Yeah.
off Superman. Like, I don't really,
Mm-mm.
I didn't see the point of killing off the character to revive him in one movie. You know, like, I don't know.
You know what they should have done? If I had my ending, if it's Doomsday, don't have Doomsday kill him. Have them beat Doomsday and have him at the end of the show, end of the movie. Talk about all three of them. Talk about how they're gonna need to build up a Justice League or something like that. So make a Justice League. At the end of the movie, have all three of them standing side by side together as a trinity, and the end of the movie there.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah, Snyder's gonna do Snyder. Yeah.
yeah, I mean I mean it's better than the Whedon's cut, but the Whedon cut has some stuff that actually made some sense, like bringing something back from the dead. That actually made sense.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that are in both that are, like they're pretty good on their own. Like, I like the scene with the Flash and Superman at the ending.
mm-hmm. Yeah, so yeah. So we know Peacemaker, like that's we know Mad Hatter's in the DCU, so is the Riddler and the Joker. Well, the Joker we already knew, but we know the Riddler's in it now.
Yeah.
The Mad Hatter's in it. Um, I wonder. Riddler's just mentioned by name. I don't think we're gonna see the Riddler in any adaptation in the DC universe because of the Batman.
Hmm.
Maybe Mad Hatter. Mad Hatter might make it. Um, I think they're gonna try to be careful with what villains they want to use in the Batman universe because Matt Reeves might have like the villains he wants, and Warner Brothers might have the villains they want for like the bat. Like I think Batgirl and Nightwing. I think the DCU kind of Batman villains they might do lower tier villains. I mean like Firefly like that. For example, like Firefly kind of level.
Hmm. Yeah, they will go for
They
more
play.
obscure characters.
Yeah, yeah. Firefly, Killer Moth. I could put Mad Hatter in that category. I think in the
Yeah.
Reeves universe, you're more out of like Riddler, Catwoman, Joker, Two Face, even Mister Freeze, maybe Poison Ivy.
Hmm.
Um,
I think the Poison Ivy will be in the DCU.
yeah, I think so too. If they're, I agree with you there because of the connection to Harley Quinn.
Hmm.
Because I don't think Harley Quinn is going to be in Matt Reeves' universe as long as they have Margot Robbie, if signed on.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie, yeah. I agree with you there. They do Gotham City Sirens. That may be they might have to use a DCU Catwoman.
Yeah, that's also another something they would have to consider. I think they're gonna do have two Catwomans, but it kind of makes me wonder if you have Michael Keaton, how are you gonna do Catwoman? Like, is it gonna be Michelle
Michelle
Pfeiffer?
Pfeiffer.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I know. And I'll say this: a lot of people love Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman. Okay, you know what? She shouldn't. She's not. Selena Kyle should not have been alive in that film after falling that far from a building. She should have been dead.
Mm. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sorry, but that's a fact. No, nobody can survive that fall.
Yeah.
Nobody. Like, come on. And that like, it's. But that's terrible. That's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous, though.
It is. It
and,
is.
and that's not really a true Catwoman if you think about from like how Catwoman is. Like,
No, yeah. I mean, it was a good adaptation, though.
yeah, yeah. Well,
But
Tim Burton's creations of his movies were different from the comics, very different. Because like the
yeah,
Joker,
he didn't
Joker.
really actually read a lot of comics.
Oh,
Like I think
because he
I
created
think he
Joker,
read
right? The Joker
Batman,
had a name.
Batman Year One,
Batman. That's it.
and then that was it. Yeah.
Yeah, because look at Jack Nicholson's Joker. He gave Jack Nicholson's Joker a name, um, an origin, basically.
Hmm.
Killed Batman's parents, which I think is one of the stupidest ideas. Because I don't know how much older Jack Nicholson's Joker is to Batman's Bruce Wayne. Because I don't know how much older Jack Nicholson is older than Keaton.
It did look like he
I
was
don't know how much older.
significantly older, maybe like 20
No,
years older.
yeah,
Jack Nicholson was much older than Keaton at the time, so.
okay, but yeah, okay, but the way but because if you know Joker, there's no definite origin of the Joker. There's like
Mhm.
like almost every Batman villain has like a origin, even though some origins have been changed to be canon in some ways and sometimes.
I mean,
But with Joker,
Joker does have an origin. It's
yes,
just sort of, I don't know. Over the years, I've come to actually prefer an origin for him because it makes a little bit more sense. Like I know in the Scott Snyder was doing. So I think there's an echo. Sorry, it's kind of bothering me.
it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's gone. So, where was I? Yeah, Scott Snyder did Endgame, and that was kind of explaining that Joker's this kind of like force that's always been around. He's kind of like a Pennywise character.
Yeah,
I just don't really like that idea. Yeah,
that's and that's what kind of
I think
created
it's a little corner.
that kind of created three Joker stuff too.
Yeah, I'm not too big a fan of that because it kind of takes away the whole point of the Joker. Like the Joker's supposed to be like a pathetic kind of character, and it's it's his own fault as to why he became the Joker, right?
Yes,
So, and that's
because you
why
think about the
people
Killing
say
Joke.
that yeah, the Killing Joke is the definitive Joker story because it tells his origin to some capacity.
Because it relates to Bruce Wayne. Because Bruce Wayne became Batman the day his parents died. If you think about it,
Mhm.
Joker became the Joker the day his wife and pregnant baby died in a fire, accident.
Mhm.
We know it's not an accident. And then he goes into Ace Chemicals and at the Under Red Hood. So what I was supposed to say was both Batman and Joker both had one bad day to becoming what they are. Bruce Wayne goes on a different world, becomes out, tries to do what's right, what's good.
Mhm.
Joker,
I think I think
Peacemaker.
the one sorry to cut you off, but there's one aspect of the Scott Snyder comic that I did like. If you're going to add a mystery to the Joker, it should be when exactly he became the Joker. I think that's where the
Yes.
mystery should be, right? Because in the Scott Snyder Year One, um, the Red Hood leader, they don't actually know whether or not when the Red Hood leader died and then Joker took over. That's kind of like a mystery in the comic.
Yes, I read that.
So yeah, and that was kind of interesting because you didn't know exactly if it was Joker or
Yeah.
not, right? So
Yeah.
like you can
Yes,
have
and
the
then they
origin and then you could kind of stop at a certain point and be like, well, we don't know why he became the Joker after XX, like
yeah. But the three Jokers kind of ruined it.
mhm.
The clown,
Yeah, I just don't like this idea that he's like
criminal.
Pennywise, right? Like,
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I wasn't a big fan of the Three Joker thing. It
I
was
don't think
just
they're gonna
like,
do.
eh,
They're not gonna go down that road. They're not
no,
gonna go
yeah.
down that road. I guarantee you. They're not gonna do a three Joker thing. Like that's what I like about Heath Ledger's Joker. They gave him no origin. He was just there.
Mm,
He was just there. He was like, he was just there. Like nobody knew who he was. He was just there. Like no
mhm.
fingerprints, nothing.
Yeah,
He's
John. He's like, and they did that, and I like the Telltale's version too, where he kind
yeah.
of just shows up. Yeah.
I like Arkham Origins Joker.
Mm,
When he first meets Batman, he didn't understand Batman. Like he like knew Batman, but he didn't understand Batman in some way until like I remember like when he saved him falling off when halfway through the film he was falling right. Batman saved him. Joker's like, why would you save me? Why did you do that? I'm a very bad man. I'm a very bad man. He didn't understand
mhm.
Batman. Like why would he save him right? And that's where Joker got the idea to push him to kill him right. Like in the Arkham verse obviously, but like Joker always
Mhm.
wants Batman to kill him.
Yeah,
Like he wants him to kill him. Um,
but he also gets salty when Batman's like, I don't want to play your game anymore.
yeah. And look in Arkham Knight, the way even though Joker's technically dead in Arkham Knight, but he still haunted Batman in his memories and stuff. And he's like, the way that Batman got rid of him was like finally ignored him.
Mhm.
And the Joker couldn't take it because Joker needs Batman's attention. And Batman was like, I
Yeah.
had enough of your attention. I had enough of your attention. Joker's like, and Joker couldn't take it. He couldn't take it, even though he
Mhm.
was technically dead. He couldn't take it because Joker. That's all Joker's motivation is Batman. If there's no Batman, Joker doesn't do anything.
Mhm.
And here's the thing: even if you take up the mantle as Batman, Joker will still know it's not the Batman. Because if when Dick Grayson takes up the mantle of Batman or any other character, Joker knows it's not the Batman he's used to. He knows. Oh yeah, George, you could tell me what you think if you want to come on or in the comments. Batman just
Yeah,
knows. I mean,
if
Joker just
George can
knows.
come on.
Yeah, Joker just knows if if you're the actual Batman he's been messing with or not. I mean, I know he's been in some with Battle, not the Battle. When Dick Grayson's been Batman, he's Batman. He was involved with it a little bit. I think he was involved, but I don't think he was much involved because he wants the
Mhm.
actual Batman. Two Face. I remember Two Face even. I think Two Face. This is 2010, 2011. Infiltrated the Batcave. He knew it wasn't the Batman. He knew it was a different Batman. The villains know if this is the actual Batman they're messing with because the way the guy
Mhm.
acts, right? Because Dick Grayson's not Bruce Wayne or Batman. He could
Mhm.
burn the costume, the cowl. He knows, and Joker knows. Like if just look at Dark Knight Returns 1 and 2, or the
Mhm.
graphic novel. What was Joker doing? Basically half of that graphic novel in the first movie. He was he, he put himself in a comatose state because Batman was retired. And at the end of the movie, when Batman's out of retirement, you saw Joker smile while Arkham.
Mhm.
He wasn't in that. He wasn't in that. Nobody put him in that state. He put himself in that state. Once he saw Batman out of
Mhm.
retirement, he smiled because he needs Batman. Batman gives him relevancy.
Mhm.
That's how instrumental Joker is to Batman. How Batman is instrumental to Joker, and that's how. Riddler's to a point like that because Riddler always wants to prove how smart he is in Batman.
Yeah.
But I love that little exchange he had the Peacemaker had with the neighbor. Some people had theorized that neighbor was Batmite. I saw somebody say, "Was that Batmite pretending to be the neighbor?"
Mhm.
Because Batmite's a
That'd be
fanboy
funny.
Batman. Batmite. um, what else is there? I know the actor who plays Myrn is gonna be apparently he's the villain in Guardians 3. I don't know who
Yes,
this
he's
villain
the
is, but
high evolutionary. So he's the guy who created Rocky Raccoon and His
What's that
girlfriend.
to
I
do
forget
with
his
War?
girlfriend's name.
Oh, yeah, what's it to do with Adam Warlock? What does Adam Warlock got to do with that? Adam Warlock got to do with Magnus. They should have gone to Magus World. Yeah, Adam Warlock. Go down
I think
Magus.
Adam Warlock. mm, It could be possible the High Evolutionary is connected to what's those race of people that were in Guardians too? I forget. And they obviously
Oh
created Adam
yeah.
Warlock. Yeah,
Or did they kind of screw it over in the beginning with
yeah.
Meg? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know what you're talking about that because they had the Adam Warlock end credit scene, right?
Mhm.
Adam Warlock. Yeah. I just want. I mean, I want Magnus to appear, the evil counterpart of Warlock, because the Guardians game. I mean, that was a great game. With that,
Mhm.
with Adam Warlock and
Yeah, I have it on my shelf, and I it's like part of my backlog. I have to go play it. All because my PS4 broke, and then I finally got the PS5, and then I was playing other games, so it just got pushed back.
well, Bayou, Merns, John, Beard guy, hard. We got so yeah, so I wonder what the connection here is between White Dragon, or there could be nothing here. And I wonder if his father's winning everything, like his father's secret winning everything. I
Mhm.
don't know, like or something bigger here.
Yeah, well, I guess we're gonna have to see. I
Where
think, yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
I actually forgot what I was gonna say. I'm kind of like blanking out today.
It happens, and we saw the. Uh, this is a good episode for this is perhaps John Cena's best performance because usually the stuff he's doing he always plays a tough guy or a
Mm,
comedian act like right like or but we saw like him actually took on the role of more of a dramatic. He actually played a little dramatic here with crying a more serious take. The crying a more serious John role here in this episode. In this episode at least, there. That's the thing about people comedy and the jokes. James Gunn does a very good job with the seriousness of his characters
mm, yeah.
too when it fits. Yeah, I do too. I do too. And episode 5 this is Thursday on Crave is for Canadians or Crave is HBO here in Canada, basically, and
Yeah.
HBO Max for the Americans. The Batman, I heard is getting good stuff. There's no kill. He's not gonna kill anybody because they saw that one clip. The one clip when the guy posted on Twitter, he was getting shot. He deflected it, but he made sure to deflect it away from the guy in the background because the guy in the back
Hmm.
was also a criminal and had a gun. So he kind of deflected away from that guy. So it pretty much shows there's no kill there. So I'm pretty convinced Wither will live. uh, will live. People are making a lot of complaints about the Wither costume. I'm like, that's not his. That's not gonna be his final. Yes, I agree.
Hmm.
Wither's not gonna be his
Yeah.
Wither. That's not gonna be his final costume. Wither. Catwoman. We'll see. There's a great. I mean, look. I saw this Catwoman figure. The Catwoman McFarlane toy looks really, really good up close. Have you seen it? It just came out in the
Uh,
figures.
yeah, you're gonna have to show me. Oh, can you hear me? Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
Okay. I wonder if I could put this in. Excuse me for a sec. I'll show you in the DMs.
Okay. I just saw like the most wildest clip. Holy shit!
What happened? Oh,
This reporter got hit by by a car on live TV.
Got hit by a car?
Yeah, but then she got
Wow.
back up. But that was crazy though. Holy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the car just came out of nowhere and just
Here,
knocked her over. What the hell? Okay, yeah, I
here,
see
okay,
it
I showed you
in the
it.
game.
That actually looks really good.
Yeah, I mean, this looks like we've seen kind of clips from it in the trailer.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I think this is the upgraded cost. I think this looks more of an upgraded costume than the ones we see in the trailer.
It kind of looks the same to me because it did look. I don't know if she will even get an upgraded costume in the because I know there's gonna be a second costume for Batman. That's what I
Yes, I know. That's
yeah.
what I heard of. I think there's a work fire and toy for that out too for the second costume of
Mhm.
Batman.
Yeah, it's gonna
I
be interesting to
right
see
now
that.
they're sold out on GameStop.ca the McFarlane toys.
Hmm.
Yeah, they came out like this week because GameStop when you pre-order like toys and like Funko Pops, right? They always have a release date, but these dates are usually not definite,
Hmm.
right? Because you don't have like it's not like video games. Video games usually have like an actual date they're gonna be released. Toys and
Yeah.
Funko Pops don't like, especially on GameStop. And I'm, I'm people. I wonder how like Agent Chase is the star of this episode. I mean, it was a pretty good episode. Agent Chase is
Hmm.
what's the actor's name? Freddie Stalma. A plus working this episode. I mean, that the boss is to go up to those guys. Fuck.
Hmm.
This guy has like, oh my god. Um, I really can't wait. I think this is leading up to Blue Beetle now, based on your theory and what I read on his connection to the Blue Beetle and the Reach. I think it's just leading up to Blue Beetle, and there's little hints of it leading up to Black Adam, but I don't think. I
Hmm.
mean, I think Argus isn't Black Adam, so we know that, and we know Hardcore is gonna be in Hardcourt or Hardcore. I don't know, like Hardcourt. I
Yeah,
think
hard
it is.
court.
Yeah, it's gonna be Black Adam. Um, I think it's a small role. Because we saw the little teaser. I'm pretty sure those soldiers that confronted Black Adam were Argus soldiers.
Hmm.
They definitely were Argus. Or, but we'll see, man. I want to thank you for coming on.
Yeah, no problem.
Huh,
Sorry, I've been kind of spaced out.
it's okay.
Yeah.
You can tell them where they can find you.
Yeah, you can if you know, I'm on Twitter. I don't really do YouTube right now, but you can find me at Blinded Braille on Twitter. So
Yes.
I
Okay.
post some,
So
I just rant about stuff.
I know you do.
Yeah.
um. Yeah. So I have a kind of announcement for you guys. So me and Blind Bro were speaking of early when he came out about doing a video for Tuesday, not a stream, a video about his theory, and I think it's looking like a strong possibility about the Reach and Blue Beetle connecting to Peacemaker. So we're
Hmm.
gonna do a video on that on Tuesday, um, when anytime in the afternoon and before 4 o'clock because I have something planned to watch at 4 o'clock on TV. It won't be a long video, guys. It could be like 5 to 10 minutes. I don't know. I don't want to go. Let's not make it a long video. It could make
Yeah.
maybe even 20 minutes at best. Okay. And on Monday I'm gonna do a stream. I don't know what yet. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. Um, Maybe do I want to bitch about people complaining about the Batman 3 hours long? Nah, I don't think so. I don't know. I'll figure something else. I don't want to go. I don't want to complain about stuff. I know there's some people who make YouTube videos about complaining about the Batman 3 hour
Yeah.
stuff. To me, I don't need to complain about it. I'm okay with it. Like, I don't know. I'll
I can
figure
see
something
why
else
people
out.
are complaining about it, but I
Yeah.
don't care.
Um. maybe now there's a rumors out there that Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill might end up in the MCU sometime. I'm like,
Yeah, you know
you know,
they're gonna say everybody's going to the MCU.
you know, you know. Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. The leaker, My Time to Shine. You know,
Yeah,
My Time to Shine is saying that. I may talk about that. I was joking about that. I made a video about joking about that.
yeah, I
I made
know.
a video
That's the
about
crazy
that, like
part.
Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill. I and I might do something. I might do a stream like that. And I don't want Henry Cavill to play Captain Braddock yet, because Captain Braddock is a sister of Psylocke,
Yeah,
brother Psylocke, not sister. Oh my god.
I don't even really
Breaks up
see.
there.
I just I can't see them coming to the
Mm,
MCU. Yeah.
no. No. So yeah, maybe I'll make a stream on that. We'll talk about possibilities. I don't know. I'll figure something else. Maybe I'll do MCU rumors on Monday. There's rumors, guys. There's rumors. Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, the MCU. Nova. I mean, Nova has actually been in development.
Yeah,
My
for a
time is
long
trying to
time.
post about Nova. Nova.
Yeah.
My time is trying to post about Nova today on her Twitter account, but people already knew that about Nova. Nova.
I mean, yeah,
And
if you know anything about Marvel Comics, then you could guess it. You know what I mean? Like,
And we'll talk about now. There's another rumor of Charlie Theron might be Sue Storm. I don't. I'm gonna. This is from Mikey Son and Geek Gossip.
wait, who?
I'll talk about these rumors. Yeah, yeah. I'll
Who?
talk
Who?
about these rumors. Yeah, I know who. I'll talk about these rumors on. Maybe I'll talk about MC rumors on Monday.
No, no, I actually mean like who's being cast?
Charlie Theron. Charlie
Oh,
Theron.
oh boy. Okay,
Yeah.
I
And
don't believe that for a second.
maybe Monday I'll take the rumors, MC rumors, as much as I want. I'm not gonna do all of them, and we'll do maybe likely or not likely. Do you see, or maybe like, do you see it happening or not happening?
Yeah, that would be a good idea.
Yeah, and I can tell you one thing. I think we're gonna say not most likely not happening.
Yeah,
But I can see Henry Cavill jump to the MCU because I think because he said he would.
yeah. He said
would.
he would do a lot of stuff. So
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, thanks for you guys listening. Before we let you guys go, I gotta do something.
Too sweet! Sweet! Too sweet! Too sweet!
So yes, like, share, subscribe, comment below, and yes, and Monday I'll probably do MCU rumors. So yes. So with that, follow Blind Braille on his Twitter account, and follow me on my Twitter account on my YouTube channel. Like, share, subscribe, comment below. And with that, AWO and Blind Braille are out. Take care, everybody.
peace. See ya.